So I think you guys know that over the years, as my colored pencil and supply collection has grown, that I've been struggling with a way to not only house it all, but to also keep it very accessible while I'm coloring. So today I've come up with a new solution, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys. So stick around. When I was a kid, I would always keep my crayons in the box that they came in, especially once I got that super sweet box of 64 with the built-in sharpener. That box was a very big deal when you were a kid, and I always kept them in rainbow order. But when I grew up, I found that I didn't just want to use a single set of anything. I wanted to mix and match until my heart was content, which presents a problem for my colored pencil storage. Where on earth am I supposed to keep all this stuff? Now, the Prismacolor set of 150 is a great box to ship you your colored pencils in, but it isn't that great for actually using while you're coloring. Now, the trays that they come in, they're really flimsy plastic. They do stack, but you're constantly having to kind of pick them up, push them aside to find the one that you're looking for. Plus, this is just one set. What happens when you want to use another set of pencils on the same piece like I do? I use both the 150 set of Prismacolors and the 100 set of Crayolas, which do not come in a very nice box. So you have to kind of figure something out. So what's the solution? Well, I've gone through a bunch of them actually. First, I tried those accordion books with those different pencil slots. It seems like a good idea, but I immediately encountered a few problems. One, these loops are kind of a pain in the butt to get your pencils in and out of. Two, where do you put all the other goodies that you want to color with that don't fit in these loops, like paint markers and glitter and all sorts of fun stuff? Plus, I immediately outgrew the one that I bought, and I knew that I could just buy a larger one, but it wouldn't take care of the first two problems, so I pushed this thing aside. From there, I moved on to these beauties. These are kitchen utensil trays, the ones that you put in like your silverware drawer. And I got these at Target, and they were probably like $10 each. And I really liked the fact that they had dividers so that I could once again group my pencils. I really liked the kind of larger trays at the top here for all of my non-pencil goodies. And it was a bonus that they stacked on top of one another so that I could put them aside in a smaller footprint. And these things I used for a good long while. They were pretty good to me. However, I soon outgrew these too. I got tired of kind of having to pull out the whole grouping every time I wanted to dig for a single pencil. Plus, if you really wanted them accessible while you were coloring, you had to have both of them kind of spread out around you. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but these things are actually really, really big. So if you have a small desk, these things take up the vast majority of your desktop. Then a few months ago, I was at Michael's, the craft store Michael's, looking around for a better storage solution. And I found these plastic trays. They came in sets of 3, and they were the perfect length for colored pencils, along with this bin that was kind of a companion piece to it. It came in the same kind of set that also came with this top tray that it kind of nestled in here. And I thought it would be perfect for my other supplies. Yay, right? Well, kind of. When I got it home, I lovingly put my pencils into the little bins in rainbow group coloring, of course. But then when I went to kind of nestle them into the storage bin, because they actually had stuff in them, the trays, that blue kind of tray would not fit on top, and then the actual top of the bin with the handle wouldn't close. Super, super annoying. But I used it. Pretty much would pull out the trays that I needed to pull colors from kind of at the onset, pack them back up while I colored, and then I would dig again into them later if I wanted more colors. Not ideal, but I kind of thought that I could live with it. Well, then I had what I thought was a really good idea. You know those paper trays that they use in offices, like the ones labeled in and out and they kind of stack on top of one another? Well, I thought I could buy a few of those and use them like a Cubbies system in conjunction with the same little pencil trays that I was already using. So I measured my pencil trays, height, width, and length, and I went out to look for paper trays on Amazon that would accommodate them. And you know what I found? Squat. Everything was all either too narrow, too cheap, too expensive, wouldn't stack. It's very, very rare that you can't find what you're looking for on Amazon. So I knew that I was looking for something pretty particular. So what to do? Well, I thought if I'm looking for something custom, maybe I'll just custom make them. I'm a pretty handy carpenter, so I could totally DIY this. However, it's January in Chicago, and I don't really feel like being outside for any extended period of time working on a project. But then a totally amazing thing happened. I was at HomeGoods. I don't know if you guys have HomeGoods. If you don't, they're a store that sells kind of hodgepodge home stuff at really, really great prices. And I came upon these in the clearance aisle, no less. Now, they're solid as a rock, they're gray, they're stackable, and they're literally the perfect dimensions for my pencil trays. I could not have made these better myself. Now for the price. How much are these things? $12! $12! Yeah, get in my cart. Get in my cart right now. I could not have been happier. I don't need to endure the cold to build them and paint them. And for $24 out the door, that's really, really exciting stuff. I would have taken them if they were neon green. There's nothing spray paint can't fix. All right, so now I've got these home. What's next? Well, like I said, they're the perfect dimension for those little pencil trays that I already had. And I knew that if I could just set this up on the L portion of my desk, right next to where I color, then I could just reach over, grab the bin I needed, and life would be good. But first, because these stack into levels, I knew that I wouldn't be able to tell which tray had which color, so I needed a way to identify them. And I could have just done boring labels or written something on each of them, but boring is so boring. So I took to my computer and I began designing some stickers because I have sticker paper. And it's actually these large sheets of what Amazon calls shipping labels, but they're one big sticker to me. And I knew that I could create little stickers with them that would work perfectly. And I'll show you how I made them. Now, first I went online to a design program that I use called Picmonkey. It's totally free if you want to check it out. Now, I'm not sponsored by Picmonkey, but currently accepting applications, Picmonkey. So I knew the dimensions of the face of each of my trays, and I knew that I wanted to keep them in those color groupings. So each needed a label, identifying the color grouping, plus a little flourish of color for fun, and a way to easily identify them at a glance. Now, I knew I had room for 12 bins total, and I only had 9 color groupings, so I had room for 3 extras. So I made 3 extra stickers, 1 for my blenders and 2 for those extra supplies that I knew I would like to keep handy. Then I hit print sticker paper in the tray. And voila, I've got a sheet of stickers. Well, kind of. You still have to cut them out, but that's the easy part. I'm just going to cut around the shapes that I've made, plus a little extra for white outline. And when that's done, you do finally have stickers. And they're super, super easy to peel the backing away. And when you've done that, you can place them onto the edge of all of your plastic trays. And if you guys are interested in these sticker sheets, I'll leave the link to the Amazon site where you can find them down in the description below. And then I placed all my trays into the Cubbies, and in rainbow order, of course, because nothing has changed since this 64 pack of crayons girl was little. I still like to have them in that order. It's just find it really, really easy to grab them. And now when I sit down and color with all 250 plus colored pencils and my extra bits and odd ends of supplies, very easily accessible. Well, at least until the next curveball is thrown at me and I have to come up with yet another solution yet again. That's it for me this week, guys. Let me know down in the comments, how do you guys store your colored pencils and all of the accessories? Is that working for you? Do you think that this system will work for me? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching PencilStash. I truly appreciate it. If you liked this video, please hit that like button and share this video with a friend who might like it too. Subscribe if you're new, and head over to my channel if you'd like to watch more of my coloring tutorials. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!